I greet you in Jesus' precious name. It is Wednesday morning, the 8th of July, 2026, and this is your friend, Angus Buchan, with a thought for the day. We go to the book of Acts, chapter 27, verse 10. Paul speaking, "Men, I perceive that this voyage will end with disaster and much loss, not only of the cargo and ship, but also our lives." Now, Paul, the man of God, the apostle, gave them warning when they were at sea because the winds were getting very dangerous, and he suggested that they sit tight. But no, if we look at verse 11, nevertheless, the centurion was more persuaded by the helmsman and the owner of the ship than by the things spoken by Paul. So the so-called experts, the ship's captain, the owner of the ship, of course they had ulterior motives. They didn't listen to the man of God, and they carried on with their ways. And we know what happened in the end. Everything that Paul said happened exactly like that. They lost everything, the cargo, the ship. They were totally lost. I want to tell you about something that happened to me many years ago. The Lord led us to hire the biggest tent in the world at that time. It was built in the UK, it was enlarged in Europe, and it was shipped out to Johannesburg, South Africa for the first Earth Summit meeting. We heard about it, we hired it, 17 40-ton rigs brought it down to the farm. It took 3 weeks to erect it. It was a magnificent tent, but we had 30,000 men inside. That was the capacity of the tent, and 30,000 men outside. It was an amazing event. Many of you listening to this message today were there. But the interesting thing I want to share with you is after the event was finished, and it was wonderful, God moved powerfully, a group of businessmen from Johannesburg contacted our office and said, "We want to buy the tent and give it to you so that you can carry on preaching the gospel." Well, that's amazing. This tent was worth millions and millions of dollars. So I went into my closet, we went into prayer, and I sought the Lord, and I felt the Lord say, "Do not touch the tent." I couldn't believe it. So I went back to the men and I said, "Thank you very much for your very kind offer, but we feel the Lord does not want us to take the tent." I only found out later that that tent, on average, took R1,000,000 to erect every time, and then it had to be taken down and shipped to the next place. And we'd have to hire a whole fleet of trucks. Of course, needless to say, the very next year we had that next conference, we had 120,000 men and counting, which would never have fitted into the tent. Today, listen to the word of God and not to man's opinion. Things will go better for you. Jesus bless you and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.